Hi everyone, Richard here. I wanted to write a blog. I wanted to talk about the show and about our new website. And as most of you know, I've had a really strong year in 2009. And we learned how to do webcasting. And so webcasting is a way to talk to people live and to include anyone that's watching in that conversation. And I never made a final count, but I think we did hundreds, at least 100. And talked to a lot of people that talk about life in we kind of talk in a non-dual way, but it just means truth and what works. And everything works up to a point. Moving your mindset works up to a point, but when you realize that in a way it's built on the foundation of what the mindset is, it can't work more than take you in a few circles. But the appearance of life has really, really changed. And so I wanted to say, well, what's up for next year? What's up for 2010? Because I don't really feel to go into 2010 as if recreating 2009. So in a way, what I wanted to do was to bring to your attention somebody that in this period has actually kind of been my idol in a way. And he doesn't talk about non-duality, he doesn't talk about philosophy or truth, but he talks about technology. His name is Leo Laporte.
This is TWiT, This Week in Tech, episode 221 for November 16th, 2009.
He's built a network in a small cottage on a sleepy street in Northern California. He started in the 90s with something called Tech TV. And Tech TV was a television show.
Even Tech TV, it was so expensive to do. It was $50 to $100 million a year that in order for it to be economically viable, you had to reach an audience of millions. So when I started doing what I'm doing, our costs are way low.
Tech TV cost $1 million, $1.5 million a week to produce. And so then it had a lot of constraints. The constraints were that it had to draw in a pretty big audience to pay for that. And I don't know whether they went several years, whatever, but it was, $50 or $100 million or maybe more that they stuck with it. And then finally that dissolved. Then Leo went into a radio show. Then I read somewhere on his website, I'll put a few links up. He was having a conversation with somebody, he recorded it, and he made it into a podcast just for the heck of it. And then from podcasting, and then once or twice a week, and then it went into audio streaming and then video streaming. And these were maybe 5 years ago, not that long ago. And he's really gone big, because he commercialized it.
Even though we don't deliver an audience of millions, we deliver an audience of hundreds of thousands. And those hundreds of thousands of people are in some ways more valuable to our advertisers than millions would be. It makes the advertisers happier, and most importantly, it makes the audience happier. They're treated like intelligent human beings. It's got to be about community or it's about nothing. Mike, Clearwater, Florida. Hi, Mike. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.
It's kind of interesting because at first he wanted to make it viewer-supported, and he really found that there was an opportunity to grow a lot faster than that support would manifest. And I've never really asked for viewer support. I've got a donate button, and last year in 2009 I received $5,000, something maybe a little over, maybe some right around 5,000, which I surely appreciate, and made things work a lot better. Even my rhythm is way beyond $5,000 though, and I think I put in something like 3,000 hours, which I don't necessarily intend to do this year. And money, it's been gathering up, especially on equipment. And actually this whole project is a real lot of work, and I don't know exactly why I'm doing it. I mean, I guess I'm doing it because I can, because it's happening, and because I'm willing to say yes to it, and because I really enjoy, I guess it's giving, in a way, sharing what's happening for me, or I'm actually making it happen because I'm sharing it, so I don't know which came first, the cart or the horse. But I mean, when a new teacher or somebody that's really interesting comes along, I love to give them a few video tools to work with, and I love to give those videos to you. And so let me show you what's happening with this Leo Laporte.
I'm not building an audience, I'm building a community. That's a big difference. Instead of a monologue, the kind of thing a news anchor would talk, and you shut up and listen, we're trying to have a conversation.
How do you document the internet's history?
I like intimate media. I want to break that fourth wall. I don't really want to be in a situation where I'm isolated and glassed in. So this suits me really well.
So one thing you see about Leo, that he's got some screens in the background there, and that's actually, he's got 4 Skype screens that he runs at once. So we run 2 Skype screens, and we know how to do it. I mean, he's got technology that's 10 times or 100 times more sophisticated than ours, but still we can make it happen.
What else is up here? This is 16 terabyte SAN. Follow me. It lives in here. That's 16 terabytes of RAID 5 storage. It's fiber channel going into the Mac Pros, going to the recording computer downstairs. So we record all the videos, and then Tony and I edit the videos right off the SAN. So there's no copying over of files like we used to do. It's all now on a big storage pool.
They have big storage facilities, which we do too. We have at least 10 or 12 terabytes. And they have 2 editing suites. Most of their work doesn't even have to be edited because it's live to tape, so they're just adding in their commercials and polishing up a few things. Our system is a little bit more raw, so that we have to do a little bit more polishing.
This is where the editors work. All the shows are primarily live to tape, but then we assemble the advertisements at the beginning, the theme music, and now the video opens and we put an ending. We export to video to MP3, we tag, upload, all that stuff.
He shows part of his budget, and he's showing an expense of $350,000 with an income of $1.5 million, so sounds pretty lucrative to me. But people are willing to listen to technology. People want to hear basically, for me, it's listening to Microsoft because it's all PC-based, although he does talk about Macs. And but it's just computers. But who wants to talk about life? Just you and I suppose. But well, let's see. That's the point. Let's see who wants to talk about life. I'm not proposing a big budget. Even 1/10 of that is not really necessary in this part. But I do think we need a team of people, our participants, to make it go in a way that I would like to make it go. At least the potential that I see, I really don't want to make it all happen single-handedly.
Petaluma's home. It's the kind of place that you would choose to live, but what's neat is now I can do stuff that I thought I could only do in big cities. I can do my kind of media in a tiny little town thanks to the internet, and it's really great.
The most important thing about the site is you can add content. The guests add content as blogs, and everybody that's logged in can add content in a forum post. And I think just for the few weeks that the site's been active, the forums are taking off in some really interesting ways, and people are sincere about it.
What an awesome time for Leo Laporte, and what is he teaching us is that you got to elevate that level of conversation when you own your network, and that's today. You can own your own network and ask big questions.
It just seems so full of promise. It's just coming out so much like I had envisioned or dreamed, and I'm even surprised because I really didn't have too much of a vision that was written down on paper and pencil or actually apparent. It was just an inner knowing that something could happen that was, first of all, very scalable. Scalable means that it could go really big without the bottleneck of all having to go through me. And second of all, something that really allowed everybody to participate.